Nope. Okay, we'll send an officer out now. It's gonna be about 10-15 minutes. I'd like to please have them haul tail. Oh, looks like it's gonna fucking rain again. Like, okay. So then the cops that show up are like, I want to plead that this bike is fucking stolen. I had 3 different police departments looking for this fucking bike for a little over a year. Well, not even a year. But I had 3 different police departments looking for this fucking bike. I was looking for this bike. My dad was looking for this bike. You know, I had a campground staff look for if the bike came into that campground. So it's either you tell them I'm taking the bike now, or tell them I'm going to be pressing charges and I'm going to be bringing them to court. They go, how much you paid for that bike and the bike that you showed up on earlier to lock this one up? I said, between that blue one and my red one, it was $1,400. I said, if they don't give me that bike back, I'll go after them for $3 grand. And trust me, they ain't gonna be able to afford it the way their house looks. You're gonna be like, well, that's fucking rude. I said, hey, I'm stating fucking facts. You don't like the fucking facts, you're not living in the real world. Like, you don't know what it's like to build a fat tire with anodized aluminum and steel aftermarket parts. That's how you get hit, dumbass. Actually, no, I'm not gonna turn. I'll go down one more block yet. You know, you're like, yeah, I do. I said, no, you don't. I said, half those bolts in that stem are titanium. I said, I paid about $20 a piece for them. I said those grips, thanks to the economy going up, paid, well, at the time when I paid for all the grips, because I had the blue versions, the red ones I have on this bike, you know, I had, with every fucking bike that I've had from the Haro to now, which these grips that I have were on the Hoffman, on, you know, the grips that I have on this fat tire I had on the Hoffman. So these tires were, or grips were different price way back then already in 2018, 2019. So when I bought these in 2019, these grips were about, I think, roughly 15 bucks for the pair. The ones I had on the Haro and the Iron Horse, I paid $13 a pair for both pairs. So it was like 26 or 27 bucks after tax for both pairs. And then the blue pair, well, I had two black pairs. One pair was on the Haro, the other was on the Iron Horse. And then when I put the Haro for sale, Keegan was still hanging out with Kenny. If you guys go back and watch my shorts that I posted a long ass time ago, Kenny was the one on the skateboard sitting in front of my house, in my front yard in front of my house, when I started the channel. And then I was selling the Haro, and he found out. He's like, or he asked, or because he, what was he riding? I think the Hoffman, because I think me and him switched bikes because we rode down to Pickle Park where I just was. Where's your blinker? Dumbass. And I think it was when he rode my Hoffman, when I had that, because I rode his Diamondback, and I think I had these grips on it at the time. He's like, where'd you get these fucking grips? I said Amazon. I paid like 13 or 14 bucks for them. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. I think I paid about 15 for these. But I was like, yeah, I paid like 13 to 15 bucks or whatever it was for them. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. I was like, if you would like them, order a pair for your bike. He's like, I don't have that type of money right now. I can't. I was like, damn, you better get some, you know, I was giving him shit. I was like, man, you better hurry up and get some fucking money, because their prices are probably going to go up relatively soon. He's like, okay. You know, then I talked to him like a week or two later, and I said, tell you the prices went up. I said, I told you the prices went up. They're about 17 now or whatever. No, I think this is when I told him he should get a pair that I think they're about 14 bucks, I think, like 13 or 14 bucks after tax. And then they got bumped up to like 15 or whatever after tax. I'm just giving out random night prices because I don't remember what they were way back then. I was like, I know I should have fucking bought the pair when I could have, and blah, blah, blah. And I think I found a second. I said, here, tell you what. Got the Haro for sale. He's like, you do? I was like, yeah, because I got the Hoffman now. I don't need the Haro anymore. He's like, I tell you what. Yep, it's a socket. I want to grab it. $17 Crescent. It's a good, probably a good brand. Well, Crescent is a good brand. Thing is, I got a 17 short already, and I think 3/8. I think that's 3/8. Whenever I find tools, I grab them. Yeah, that's 3/8. So I like finding tools. I was like, tell you what. I was like, what? I got the Haro for sale. He's like, you do? Why? I said, because I bought the Hoffman. The Haro's giving me 9,001 problems. So I don't want to deal with it anymore. That's why I bought the Hoffman. Well, I was originally going to buy the Hoffman for parts. Dad was thinking, buy the Hoffman for parts. Make my, use the Hoffman for a parts bike for my